Hey, we're back again, the Coon Prairie Ramblers here at WFLN, the little radio station on the prairie. And we were confabulating and mind meandering. We got Luke. No, we don't have Luke. We got Royce.
The Red Rooster.
Now, what do you do, Dangerous Dave?
What do I do? Not very much. Not very much. I sit around, watch TV a lot.
Then we got me, the amiable, affable man about town, Mailman. And we were going to talk about that thing that happens to all of us when we get old, when we die. No, I mean, when we have to go to Medicare. Medicare.
Yes.
Medicaid.
Yeah, I thought it was going. I'd never make it to Medicare, and next thing I know, here comes Social Security at 62.
Yeah.
And got to make a decision to take early Social Security, so I decided to take it early, and so I've been drawing money for 3 years, and then now I'm 65, and I had to sign up for Medicare and all those niceties that come with that. A lot of people have the idea that Medicare is free, but whenever they get to be 65, they find out differently.
Yeah.
They have Part A and B, and now what they do is you don't even go sign up for Part B. They just send you a card and say, hey, we're going to take $134 a month out of your Social Security check. And so as of this year, it went from 107 to 134, I believe. And that's Part B. And then if you want to be covered.
Wait a minute, that is for Part B?
For B.
It's not for A's
A's for E.
Well, see, I'm not on B because I'm on VA.
You're a military guy.
Yeah.
So yours is different. So, but then there's A and B, and they just send you a card, and then they start taking money out, whether you want to or not. It happens.
I was crossing that bridge, and although I didn't realize it, I didn't have to worry about it, but that B thing was really irritating me. And somebody gave me a number that says, call this number and they'll straighten out all your questions and everything. I called the number, and the guy said, I'll be here at your house pretty soon. What? He was just a salesman wanting to sell me his policy.
Yeah,
Part B.
Part F, probably.
Oh, man.
There's a Part F, and what that Part F is, that's to cover your 20% that Part B doesn't cover, and A.
Yeah.
So you have to get that, and that is almost $200 a month. And then you get Part D, which is your drugs, and that's about 50-something more a month. So when you put all of them together, it ends up being $400. And I've been telling people they're getting close to being 65. Hey, it cost me about $400. I said, yes, $400. And I said, it's a lot cheaper what you're paying now, because a lot of people are paying $600 to $1,000 just for single coverage. But you're going to have to pay $400. The average person.
Rooster, when you rip off all those numbers and everything, my mind goes blank.
Mm.
And that's kind of
well, that happens to a lot of people too. There's people on fixed incomes; they can't afford that.
Yeah,
that's true. So a lot of people don't take the secondary, which is 20%. And what they do is they take a chance, but the chance they take, let's say you have a major operation, $100,000, you're responsible for $20,000 of that. So
yeah, I've got that all figured out.
Yeah,
I just if I need to go to the hospital, I just tell the old lady, no, dear, I'll just die. I can't afford it.
Yeah. That's you got it.
Yeah, and Dave, he's on disability. That's what he's telling me. So tell us a little bit about that.
I went on disability. Of course, you got to go through their finding and stuff. It took me a year to get on disability. That was after I was unable to work anymore, do the MS, and took me a year to finally get on it, and then another year before the insurance kicked in. So for 2 years, between the time I couldn't work anymore and the time I actually had an income, we were kind of just out there in limbo land waiting to see what they had to say. Now, something that gets me too, every once in a while, the Social Security, they mail you a letter. They say, oh, you're getting a cost of living increase. It'll be great. You're going to go from this to that. And then about 3 days later, the insurance part will mail it to you, and they're taking all that increase but about 40 cents. So, yes, you got a $100 raise, but you're only going to see 40 cents of it because the insurance guy's going to take the rest of it.
Well, Dave, I got 2%, and then they went from 107 to 134. So that was more
Yeah,
than that
that's
2%.
more.
That's a lot more that they increased. So I went backwards on that whole deal. So you can't win.
Yeah.
You can't win.
You know, I took the I retired I took the Social Security at 62, and they told me, you cannot make more than $18,000 a year after you turn 65.
It's 17,000.
17,000. I said, no sweat. I can't find a job anyway.
And nobody will elect you to office, so.
No.
But you tried, Mel.
nobody's
You
gonna
tried.
elect me.
Because I know for a fact you worked hard on those campaigns
Oh,
and
man.
just didn't work out.
Oh man! And
Hey,
the
hey.
money you spend, the time you spend, the gas you spend, and then you get to election day, and it's just like depression time.
You know,
But it's also relief time.
yeah, there's some relief there. I get letters all the time, from Social Security. They have a program for people that
They like
are.
you.
Well, the program is for people that are disabled to help them work a job on the side to make a little extra
You
money.
want a job?
If I could find one that I could do, I wouldn't mind, something on the computer or something like that. But the moment you start making money,
Yeah.
it starts counting against your
yeah.
disability.
Right.
So it's like, okay, you made $3,000. Well, that's $3,000 comes off your disability check
Yeah.
because you actually made an income. It seems like they're fighting their own
Yeah.
purpose with that.
But my daughter is. I still have a kid at home, a 15-year-old.
Yeah, she's wonderful
She goes
to
to a
look out.
Christian-
Bless your heart.
She goes to a Christian school, but we have to get a scholarship because we can't afford the tuition. Well, this year she went last year. This year we got turned down because we made $20 or $50 too much on the year.
Yeah, that's what it
And
was.
I'm thinking, man, it's one thing to be poor, but I mean, to get out of that, in order to pay the tuition, you'd have to all of a sudden become rich.
Yeah.
You have to make this great big leap, but we can't, and we can't afford to make a leap backwards. So it's a catch-22.
Well, you'd be surprised how many times those kind of cracks turn up in life. It's like, oh, you make just $3 too
Yeah.
much
Yeah.
to qualify for food stamp assistance or whatever. But by the time you buy your groceries for the week, now you're in the hole. It's
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
It's what I said. You can't win.
you can't. It's the deck. The deck is stacked against us. It really is. I mean, the old adage, the rich get richer and the
Yeah.
poor get poorer. I believe that. I see it every day.
What's the alternative, man? What can you do? Like pack up and move to a desert, or not a desert, a beautiful island?
You could, but how are you going to survive?
Coconut, banana, fish.
Hey,
Just
that'll
like
get
that,
old
so-
after a while.
Just like Gilligan and Marianne and
Yeah,
Ginger.
yeah.
yeah,
okay.
that fantasy
Okay.
island, yeah.
Yeah. Wearing around luxury gowns and stuff.
But
Yeah.
they're talking about doing away with Social Security and Medicare. That the government is trying to say we don't want to offer that to people anymore. So that would be. I think you're talking about a revolution in this country. You do that, and there's going to be problems and lawsuits. Goodness gracious, there'll be lawsuits.
You know what makes me mad is you all time hear the politicians talk about, oh, we got to save Medicare, we got to save Social Security. They're not even a part of it. They put their money into a private fund.
Yes.
And Barack Obama saying Social Security is sacrosanct.
Yes.
What's that word? Sacrosanct. Sacrosanct. It's sacred.
There you go.
Anyway, we got to get out
But,
of here. We're running out of time.
Something that's just you can't win. And the thing about it, all three of us were working men, and at one time, and so we put into that account the Medicare account and also Social Security taxes we had to pay all these years. So to me, they owe us.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
They owe us
owe
because
me.
look at the interest they made off those. Let's compound all the millions that give
Yeah.
every month to Social Security. There's billions and maybe trillions in
We're
there.
out of here. We're out of time. Catch you a little later with the If Bomb. Bye-bye.